Hello, my friends. How are you? Hi, Dave NE. I hope everyone's doing well. I want to show you the process that I go through on this stick breaking, on how I'm documenting it and stuff and junk. So I'm going to show you. I find the break. There's actually another one over here. I'll take you to that one as well. But check this out. So this is how I do it. Hopefully this microphone, I've never walked away from the phone this far before with the microphone. I hope it works. All right, so I locate a break. I take a tape measure. This one's way up. This one's like 15 feet. But what I'm going to do is, 7. I know this must be riveting video right here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's just past 12 feet. So now what I'll do is I will write that down. And of course I don't have my compass in my pocket, but I will do that now. And I also, so what I'll do as well is what I've been doing is recording my outings, which I'm going to do that now. Power on, record, bam, we are live. All right, so what I'll do, normally I'll take this and I'll just kind of slide it in the side of my hat, but I haven't done that as of yet. So now I take that, it looked like it was 12'4" from what I saw. And what I do is I do the height, direction, and location of the break. So that was 7'4". I'm going to say 7. No, I'm going to use 7'4". And then I'm going to take the direction. I know that this is McCabe. Okay. I hope this microphone is working. All right. So I will determine the best I can which direction this lean is facing. And I truly believe, see, this is dead south, right on the money south. Now, this may seem odd if you're a newer viewer to my channel. You might wonder, what is this guy doing? I documented a lot of these breaks. I think I did over close to 100 of these when I was in Massachusetts. That one faces south. So I take these and I'll average out what is the most prominent direction. And when I was in Massachusetts, the most prominent direction was north by northwest. And it's funny because I'm getting a lot of south by southwest, which I had said prior in another video. I said, oh, well, that debunks my whole theory, thinking that this could be like a travel corridor. And the person had commented, if I can find your comment, I'll give you credit for that, and I'll give you a little shout out. But that the travel corridor goes both ways, which makes so much sense. So if I'm documenting these that are generally south by southwest, or south by southeast, it's kind of pointing back in the direction that it was coming, if that makes any sense to you guys. So I want to take you to the next one. And it is not far. It's right over there. I can see it from here. This one is a big break. So please bear with me with the camera work, guys, as I am transitioning. I don't even know where this is facing. Thank goodness for the gimbal. Come on now. You gotta cooperate with me. Yeah, look at the size of that, guys. That's a big whamma jamma right there. Okay, please bear with me with the camera work again, guys. This is the first time I've ever tried to film. I've ever tried to film myself doing this. Let's see. I can't even tell if I'm there or not. Whoop. Yep, there it is. Okay. Now this one appears to be a little shorter. So let's head on over, take the initial measurement, and you can see this looks really old. I mean, it could have been broken a long time ago. Oh, there's another one right behind it, a little Shorty McGee. Shorty McGinster. So, let's see here. And this is all in average. I'm averaging it. I'm not going to take it to the centimeter. Wow. So that's 10 feet. 10 feet to the break. So I will take that and I'll write that down, documentary style. So that's a 10-footer. Boy, that is a fat tree. All right, height, 10 feet. And then I'm going to go with the direction. I know, this is riveting. I've done this before when I was really getting into it in Massachusetts, and it would take me an hour. It would take me like an hour to walk, to walk 100, 200 yards just because of the amount of breaks. This one is very similar to the last one. This is south with a touch to the west. So I'm going to call that southwest. Southwest. And I also have a column here for its location, southwest. So I just kind of wanted to show some of what I do when I'm out here. Now, when I'm out here alone, this is a little bit sketchy, I think, because I'm focused on these breaks, and I'm not focusing on my surroundings, which it's kind of a mistake in my eyes that I don't have somebody watching my back. That's why I like it when I'm out here with Gary. But I see another break, and it's close enough, and I'm going to take you guys to it. All right, let's go for a walk here. See what we see. God, you guys see the little break right next to that one, you guys? I don't know if you can see it, but it's up like 3 feet. All right. Wow, there's another one right there. Wow, and another one next to that. Wow, there's a lot of breaks out here. I would like to get a fairly clear shot of it. All right, guys, this is kind of the best I can kind of do from here. I hope that's okay. And I'll just do one more because this is boring as all get out. But to me, it's fascinating. In my opinion, I find it fascinating. All right, can I see the break in the shot? I certainly hope so because I'm going from here. Okay, same. Next verse, same as the first. Wow, that one is just crazy. That's a big one. Now, what I should be doing, and I didn't do that with the last two, is to take a circumference measurement Wow, that is a big one. That is quite a distance up there. I hope I can get my tape measure up there without it falling over under my noggin. And I don't think I'm going to be able to. So what I'll do is, what I'm going to do to the best of my ability is guesstimate. So what I'll do is I'll take a measurement about 3 feet from that break. And this is just an estimate, you guys. So I'm calling that 3 feet from the break. Stop laughing. That's what I'm going to call that. So what I'll do is I'll take a measurement to this little branch here, and I will just add 3 feet to it. All right, right to that branch. That's 12 feet to that branch. And I'm going to guesstimate from that branch that that's about 3.5 feet. That's what I'm calling it. And you know what? I can do that because it's my channel. So 10.5 plus the 3, carry the, so we'll call that 13.5 feet is what I'm calling that. So, oh, a direction, see, 13.5 feet. Let me write that so I don't forget it. This is silly, you guys. I really should have taken into consideration how boring this would be for some. 10, 11, 12, 13.5 feet. Yeah, that's up there. Calling that 14 feet. And I know that it's a guesstimation, guys, but it's a generalization. I'm not trying to get to the inch. This is also McCabe. Now, let's find out. This guy looks like it's facing generally the same as the others. Let's check it out. Hey, Bear. And wouldn't you know it, that falls directly on the south. So this break is facing directly south. That's interesting. I've yet to find one facing north. So that is dead nuts straight. Oh, excuse my language. Interesting. All right. Now, you can see by the time taken, where's my camera? Did Sam Scramps take it? Oh, there it is. It takes a while. I mean, this is not, it's not as easy. It's easier said than done. But I enjoy it. I like doing this. Like, I'm curious. It's interesting because all of those breaks, oh, look at that X. That's a good one. All those breaks that I documented when I was in Mass, our point facing up this way, and of course, vice versa. I'm getting all of these facing back towards Massachusetts. That's interesting. And I'm curious why I've yet to really come across one that's facing north, which is in Mass was the direction that was coming up this way. I don't know. Interesting though, to say the least. I'm going to just show you guys really briefly that awesome X that's right behind, it's directly behind this break. Or in front of the break, however you want to say it. Okay. Oh, huh. I didn't notice that. So listen, while I got you guys here, I'll do one more. I know I said one more ago, but let's adjust this bad Larry like that. And we'll give this a little turn. Yeah, this video is going to go over real well. Look at that little guy. All right, I'm going to do the same to this little break right next to the trail. Let me just get a quick visual, okay? This one appears to be, I'm going to say about 4.5 feet. Okay, 5'5". Not quite 6. 5'5". Now this one looks like it's facing in an opposite direction. 5'5". Can't get much more boring than this. All right, let's give this a little check. See, yeah, this looks like finally I found one, I think, that's not facing south, southeast, or south, southwest. That is facing west. It's got a touch to the south, but it's facing west. All right, that's interesting. Facing west. And what that tells me is nothing. Doesn't tell me a thing. So we got one that's facing west. We're going to add that to the plethora of others that I've been taking up here. West. And, well, guys, you kind of get the gist, I'm thinking, right? If this audio came out okay, I'm going to be very happy, because this is the first time since the very generous subscriber had sent me this microphone. And I'm very, very fortunate to have such loyal subscribers like that. But this microphone is exactly what kind of the reason why I'd be using it. All right, guys. I'm going to call that a wrap. There's a lot more to go. I'm going to keep going and keep doing this same thing down the trail as I go. There are some spots, I've been on this trail before. Me and Gary were out here last week. And it's funny because you'll get to an area that has massive bends and breaks all in one spot. And I know that it's obvious, but it's something that I observe. Then you'll go a long stretch of forest without any of that. So when people will say, well, dude, stuff like that happens in the forest. Trees bend, trees break, snow load, wind and such. I understand that, but it's strange when you get a condensed area with all of that together, with the breaks and tree leans and tree bends, that it's telling a story, kind of, like I like to put it, that, you know, over time, the more that I do this documentation stuff, maybe I can put together a pattern that might make sense to me. I don't know. Guys, thank you very much for clicking and being very patient. If anybody stuck around this long, thank you so much for clicking. I do appreciate it, and I'll definitely see you on the next one.